Okay, Mr. Seward here, and what we're going to do now is we are going to learn how to use our title strip with its Paperspace settings on it to actually put our drawings onto title blocks and then to print them. So here we have the first assignment. This guy up here is called template, and right this second I can't remember what this one's called, but that's okay. So I'm going to put template onto a piece of Paperspace. And right now, this black screen, we are in what's called model space. It's an infinite space where you can draw anything you want, any size you want. So I'm going to go down here to the bottom of the screen on the lower left corner where it says model. And that's kind of highlighted right now because this is model space. And then I have layout 1 and layout 2. And I'm going to click on layout 1. Now, the icon down here in the lower left corner changes to this Paperspace icon, which is a right triangle. So that tells me I'm in Paperspace. What else tells me I'm in Paperspace is I have this brilliant white piece of paper in front of me. So I have some steps. So we're going to go from model space to Paperspace, which we just did. And I am going to right click here where it says layout 1. There we go. And I'm going to go to the page setup manager. And I am on layout 1 and I'm going to hit modify. Now, here in the page setup layout, I can change some of the parameters for my paper. First of all, I have the printer and plotter. And if I choose this plotter right here, I would have the ones that are available to me here at home. But since I want to print this at school, I'm just going to leave this as none. Paper size, though, I am going to change. Right now, this is sent for ANSI D 22 by 34. I don't know what the default is when it comes in, but it's going to be incorrect. What you want to do is take the slider bar and pull it all the way up to the top, and you want to get the letter 8.5 by 11. And click on that, and you'll see this little icon change size up here. Now, we don't have anything else that we need to change in here. So watch the size of the white paper. When I click on that, it changes to an 8.5 by 11 sheet size of paper. So I'm going to hit close. Now, the next thing I need to do is I actually need to put in my title strip. So I'll go up to Insert. I'll select Insert, Blocks from Libraries. I'm going to navigate to wherever I've been keeping my title strip. I don't know where you've put yours, but here's where I put mine. And I'm going to say Open. And now I'll double click on the library here, and I'll bring this in. And I'm going to put this as evenly as I possibly can inside of this dashed rectangle. That dashed rectangle is like the margins of the paper. Now my attributes have come in here, so I need to put these in. And the first drawing, this one is called template. The date comes in automatically. This is lab number. This is for lab number, and this is for lab number 2. Nope, excuse me. It's lab number 1. And the scale I don't know yet because I haven't got the drawing put into our screen yet. So I'm just going to leave scale alone. Okay, so now the next thing is I'm going to go to the Layout tab, and I'm going to go here to the word rectangular. And what I want to do is I'm going to click on this upper left corner, and I'm going to go to the lower right one. And that opens a space up in my model space, okay? This is kind of like a port into model space. But right now, I can't do anything in here because I'm still editing, I guess is the best way to put it, in Paperspace. But to get into here, to zoom in on this area down here, because this is my template drawing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click. And you'll see I've got a green box that appears here. That's that rectangle that I just drew. I'm going to zoom in, here, and I'm going to put this right into the middle of my piece of paper. Now, the other thing that I need to do is I need to know what the scale is of this drawing right now. And what I do is I go down here to the lower right corner, and I can get rid of this insert thing now. I'll go down to this lower right corner, and I see that it says 0.81. This is the scale. Now, 0.81, I don't want to use that as my scale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that little arrow to the right of the numbers, and I'm going to have a whole list of scales here. And I am going to click on 0.8. And you didn't probably see it, but it just adjusted itself just a tad. I just wanted to make it close. If I put it at 0.75, it'll change by just going out a little bit, but I'll make it as close to 0.8 as or as big as I can on the paper. So I'll make that 0.8. So that gives me that. Now I can go up to my print. I'm going to hit plot a single sheet. I'm going to choose my plotter. I'm home, so I'll choose my Brother printer, and then I can preview. I always advertise that you should preview things before you print them, and then I can hit the X, and this box will come up. And if I were to print this, I would hit OK, and it would go. At school, you're going to choose the printer plotter, the 8100, I think it is. And you'll hit OK, and it will send the print to the computer printer in the computer lab you're in. Now, layout number 2. Because there's actually 2 drawings in this set, okay, we got to do another layout. Now, you can do a couple things here. I can right-click on this, and I could copy this someplace on here, move or copy. I could copy this layout over and mess with that, but I'm just going to go layout 2. I'm going to repeat those same steps. Basically, I'm going to right-click on the layout, the word layout. Oops. Go to Page Setup Manager. I'm on layout 2. Modify, none. Paper size is 8.5 by 11 already. I'll hit OK and close. I'll go back to my insert, okay, and I'll block from libraries, title strip. I'll put this in here. Title, like I said, I don't remember what this one is. Is it gasket? Well, you use the right name. This is also Lab 2. And again, I don't know the scale here. Oh, that's what I forgot to do on the other one. I forgot to change the scale. All right, I'll do that on this one. Anyways, so I've got my title block inserted. I'm going to go back to layout, rectangle, click up there, this lower corner here. And this time I'll double click. I'm going to push F7 to get rid of that grid stuff. I don't like those grids, but you know, everybody has their own preference. Okay, I'll make sure that I'm in good shape here. And then I'm going to go and take a look at my scale. It says 0.8. So I'll change it to 0.8 just to make it an even number. And then I will double click out here in Paperspace. And now I can go to my title strip and double click on that. And if I go down to where it says X:X, I can change this to a scale of 0.8. I'll hit apply and OK. And you can see it added that down there. And also, if you forget, I could go back and edit this name if I got this name incorrect, but I'm not going to be too worried about that. You can worry about that. Then I'll go back to my layout 1, and I'll double click outside. See, I got rid of the highlight around the green. Double click here on the title block, and I'll change this to 0.8. Whoops. 8. And I'll say okay. And now everything's ready for printing.